someone on the floor and you just get a free kill just by them walking across the locker's window. It's fantastic. So Nomads, very, very powerful. Also on this map, there's a couple of setups for claymores where you can knock people through soft walls and down to the first level and blow them up. So there's quite a few creative things that you can do with her here on Border. But the other ones are going to be Glaz, Mira, and Echo. All of those pretty atypical here for this map. So lastly, we are going to have two names that are not going to line up with our rosters, but I'm going to assume it's the players playing on said U-Plays. Cyber Athlete 34 and Justice.
Yes. Jidus.
Jidus? Again.
Jidus is how it's pronounced. And he is for sure on the roster as well. You know, when we do these graphics, if anybody saw what happened on Wednesday, things can change at the drop of a hat. You know, a lot of these teams, the teams in CCS actually have 8 player spots. And for those, especially the younger teams, it might be a school night. Maybe they don't have control over what's happening on particular set days. So you do see more of those subs actually being utilized in play. And that's probably what we're seeing. No telling who Cyber Athlete 43 is.
You're telling me you don't know who Cyber Athlete 34 is? Hello?
My goodness. Am I just behind the times?
You are behind the times, good sir.
Yeah. Also, I was going to mention something. You're talking about all these different ways to use Nomad, and I wanted to say really bad. And you will be seeing none of that because she's banned.
None of it. Yeah, I gave you guys an entire
none of the cool things you could do with Nomad will be seen in this matchup.
And that's why Stokes sucks, because he tells you all the cool stuff you can't do. So.
Well, and Stokes, the second he starts bad-mouthing somebody, they just go bananas.
Oh,
that's also something that happens.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good thing, though. That's like the opposite of the caster's curse.
Well, now you can't be mad at you.
Them and they die. Exactly.
He can't be mad at you because he kind of
Mark would
faced
never
you.
be mad at me. Mark's my homie. I love that guy. So me and the Rec Boys are pretty tight knit. I like those guys. I like those guys a lot. So, anyways, besides me and the fact that I curse everyone into doing well, we're gonna have Iconic or David starting on the Ash, as well as the rest of the roster trying to back him up, as you guys can see at the top left over there. In the blue, you guys can see the operator lineup they're bringing. I believe that Melted actually might be able to shoot a man. No, it's going to be Mizio, as man's got a very unique name, Mizzo. Say it one more time for me. There,
Mizio.
Mizio. Thank you.
And by the way, I'm not 100% on that. I'm just taking a educated guess.
Yeah. Thank you for the educated guess. I do appreciate it. And that way I can blame it on you. Anyways,
there you go. Mark.
Looks like it's going to be an office take here for BitterSweet. It's the first talking babe will come out from Mort.
Very dangerous position there for Mort. He's going to get chased out. He gets droned twice, and there's just nothing he can do about it. Easy pickup there for Iconic. Clash still hanging out in the fountain area, just trying to be a nuisance. And trust me, Clash can very much be a nuisance, as can just about any shield in the right circumstance. She'll push up a little bit further now that the Jaeger is pushing up to help, and there's a lot of activity here. Oh, what a turn on the grenade. Cooked perfectly. Cyber Athlete just a little too quick, as the wall will get opened up here by the Hibana. He'll whip out his gun. Iconic will get another one. Lags will get one. So will Brady. And just like that, 2 minutes in, it's a 5v1. Only one left. A long angle for the Maestro.
Oh,
but nothing he can do about it. Iconic drops 3 big ones here in round 1.
All right, I'll claim him. He's definitely my son. You guys see that Ash play right there? That's an Ash main right there.
You know what you need to do?
What?
You know what you need to do, right? What you need to do is you need to kick up your own stream. You need to have people come there and donate to you, and then you could talk smack about them, and then they'll just go do great, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're applying for a job tomorrow? Oh, you're garbage. You'll never get it. Boom. CEO. Okay.
CEO. Oh man. Literally, the funniest thing is, and then honestly, this might curse him. I don't even care. Iconic and I were playing rank today. He tells me, he goes, look, I'm going to have my mom pick me up Wendy's in a Red Bull, and I'm going to be ready. I'm going to have that nice, juicy Baconator, get some Red Bull in my system, and I'm going to just start gunning everybody. And I was like, all right, David, we'll see. We'll see. Well, I can't call him a liar just yet. So, I mean, a 3K to start things off is nothing you can really, fall back and go, he's not doing too hot. So, we'll see if they're able to continue it. But
let's preface this.
Let's
preface this with the fact that it is extremely early on, right?
Yeah.
So, one round
a 3K on round 1, and they're not even warmed up yet. I mean,
That's true. But we did see Skies clutch that 1v3, and that was the only 3 kills he had while on attack in the previous map. So it could go one way, it could go the other. But it remains to be seen. There's still plenty of Siege left. Remember, this is only map 1 of a best of 2 and only round 1 and a best of 12 per map. So a lot of Siege left to be played, even if it ends up somehow a 14-0. Still a lot of Siege left to be played, a lot of variants to sift before we can declare whether or not somebody had a great game or not. But here we go. Some windows, everything getting opened up. They will decide to go back up. So we'll wait and see what the attack strategy is time around.
Looks like it's more or less going to be more of the same. This time, Mort's going to try and play a lot safer on the smoke, which is going to be the smart play. Last time got a little bit too aggressive, or just feeling himself just a little bit too much, rotating out of the taco and or sandwich, depending on what your guys' team calls it, over inside of offices. As Eska will breach open the east balcony wall, that sledgehammer. Seems that BitterSweet is going to be taking things a little bit slower. Iconic on top of east. Pre-fire a couple shots through, but nothing going to make any contact. The sandwich wall is going to be soft. Going to pre-fire through that, but no bullet's going to land. Brady's going to find one as Miso will go down.
Yeah, so Habana will start to get to work on this wall here. And before we go too much deeper, had a look at Strafe and the votes. Looks like 62.8% in favor of, who would you guess, Mr. Stokes?
I'm going to guess BitterSweet.
No, sir. It would be 62 in favor of Nemesis. Actually, the highest high vote we've ever seen. 10.2%. 27% think BitterSweet will win. Still, again, a lot of Siege left to be played. So far, so good, though, for BitterSweet. As Lag will pick up BitterSweet's second kill of the round, 5v3. That Habana pellet will get bandited, though, so at least a little bit of a hold fast. Oh, no, Mort will get pinged in the shoulder. Iconic getting 2 more, will pop up and get 1, but it won't matter. Iconic going absolutely wild. 2 rounds in a row, and I think at this point, even though it is still early, okay, I will agree with you that Iconic having a pretty darn good game so far.
I don't know, something about Wendy's and Red Bull, I guess. Apparently, I need to start eating Wendy's and Red Bull. I don't even know. Wendy's is like a 30-minute drive for me, too. It might be worth it for my ranked games. I don't know. But, man, back-to-back 3Ks for the man. The only man that has a kill is Mort. That's it. Rest of Nemesis is not even logged into the server yet. They're not even here. That is... You hate to see it. You really do.
Not a great start. They'll take a third stab, though. Third stab at Armory Archives to see if they can change anything.
What are you going to do? That's the best site to defend on this entire map. It's the best. They have to make an adjustment. Something's got to give. I don't know whether it's due to the fact of their office setup that's punishing them so bad, or it's just the fact that they're not able to win these gunfights that they're taking. Because right now, it seems to me more or less that Iconic is literally just taking these gunfights that they're not ready for. It seems that they just have no idea, no information on where they are. Iconic knows where they are. He walks in, shoots them. They're not even shooting back. It's I don't know. There's just a lot of unanswered questions right now from Nemesis.
So one thing that they're doing is they're now deciding to reinforce the eastern soft wall. And that is definitely a change up. They're also reinforcing the sandwich as well. So I'm not sure if they're determining maybe they need a little bit more presence down there in the fountain area, the office area. But if I'm honestly, if I'm BitterSweet, I'm probably not going to attack the same way a third time in a row. I mean, I know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they actually also opted off of the smoke, more onto Vigil in the 6-pick. We'll hang out downstairs. He hears some windows getting punched just above him. He kind of knows where people are. He sees the debris even from the window come through. Shots will go down. I'm not sure if they know of his presence. There's a drone in the area. Of course, they will see that a Vigil is nearby. Not exactly sure where. Could be on either floor as well. But yeah, it does look like quite a bit of the attacking team again headed towards the office side.
Mort, again, the only one that's found any success here for Nemesis, and he's going to have to try and do so again as he is on Rome. Cyber Athlete finally going to come alive, and Iconic will meet an untimely demise, and definitely a nice shot. As Cyber Athlete will remove his head for him, and we'll see if he's able to continue this run. Again, Only 2 kills so far for the side of Nemesis across these 2 rounds. And one right now, round number 3. See if they're able to find any more success. Nade going to come out from Iska. Not going to find anything except an ADS, though. And it seems like they really don't have the answer, but Athlete will, as he will take down Iska, and that's going to be yet another kill for him this round. 2 kills already, going to be top fragging for Nemesis. Stun grenades will start to come out from Brady on the side of BitterSweet. They do have the back of Archives pretty well locked down here, as Melt is going to catch a few bullets, but nothing fatal, as he is going to try and decide to take up a plant position. Mort will find a kill. He's going to tie up for that top frag, as Melted going to try and get aggressive. He's still going to find one. Brady going to find a refrag for himself, and Buck will finally take down Brady, and that's going to be round number 1 here for Nemesis, as it is going to be 2-1 still in favor of BitterSweet. Apparently,
that was very
know that was Habana running over there through that smoke.
Yeah, that was a very smart play by Nemesis. I mean, they got demolished rounds 1 and 2. They recognized exactly where they were having the problems, and it was in offices both times, right? They were the attacking team, BitterSweet, was wasting no time pushing in and putting a lot of pressure, and basically a lot of times they were still setting up the site and all their utility, and they, especially on that second round. So what did they do? They just dedicated a lot of utility over there. Now BitterSweet, on the other hand, sure, they had a lot of success over there, but when they saw that a lot had changed on that other side, you could imagine that if you steamroll a team from the same direction on the same site twice, and they go back to that site, and during your discovery phase, right, your drone phase, the initial part of the action phase where you're just gathering as much intel as possible, it should be somebody's job on BitterSweet to identify that a lot of that utility has been dedicated to that area, and now you're probably going to have some weaknesses over on the other area. Now is the time to switch it up. Maybe the confidence levels were high, especially after back-to-back 3Ks by your man, Iconic. Either way, great job by Nemesis. They stopped them dead in their tracks. They did not know how to react. Nobody on BitterSweet made the call out to try and attack from a different angle, and the Nemesis just picked them apart.
A lot of aggression coming out from Cyber Athlete on that last round, and it paid dividends, which is crazy. And actually, I just now realized what had happened with the lineup for Nemesis. Jolly actually caught a ban for being boosted by a cheater, which more than likely it happened due to the fact that a lot of people are closet cheating nowadays. That huge scandal with Tippy happened recently, so you know, just sucks for him. He can't play. His account's banned for 15 days, and if he tries to play on a separate account, that one will get banned too. So he's out of commission for 15 days, which is very unlucky for him. Speaking of unlucky, Legs is going to catch a bullet, and it's going to be by the hands of Mort.
Yes, it will. And just to touch a little bit more on that, if you are banned by Ubisoft, we enforce that as well. So he's not allowed to hop onto another account, even to play CCS games. That is completely not allowed for whatever ban term, whether it be toxicity, whether it be boosting, or whether it being you permanently banned. We at CCS align ourselves with the term of whatever ban was handed down by Ubisoft, whether it be a battle eye or whether it be fair fight. Either way, that will be a ban from CCS just as well. So here we go. Mort getting the opening kill onto the Thatcher. A little bit of utility loss, not a terrible amount for this particular site, unless perhaps the hatches are electroclawed. Oh, Brady! 1 bullet is all you're going to need. Fantastic job connecting with the little head in the hole upstairs, but Giant will find one. Esco will refrag immediately. 3-3. Only a minute 20 off the board, and so many kills out already.
Looks like this is all going to come down to a little bit of anchor play here. They do still have Mort alive, and he's playing on the Vigil, so we could see some rotations come out, but no, he is going to be playing downstairs inside a ventilation room. Otherwise, Cyber Athlete is across to his eastern side here, playing at the back of Workshop, trying to get aggressive. Buck going to hop down from the balcony and rotates into ventilation as well, so it's going to be all hands on deck, well, at least all hands on site. Iconic, quite a bit of damage done to him. Really not worth the reset anymore, since it is down to 20 HP for that. Melted and Eska bring up the rest of BitterSweet, as a stun grenade is going to ring true inside of sight, but not going to make any contact for anyone, and nothing's going to come of it either way. 54 seconds left on the clock now for the offense to try and make a move here. Mort is just waiting underneath hatch, trying to see if anyone's going to attempt a drop. And so far, it seems like they're trying to shoot fish in a barrel, opening up as much of the lid of sight as possible with that sledgehammer.
It's an interesting a way to play. I mean, they're getting a lot of that floor, a lot of that ceiling to the site open, a lot of utility down, but it's just not very effective. Oh, here comes the grenade, but not cooked well enough. If that grenade was cooked a little bit more, it would have done a lot more damage. And oh, he'll run out of bullets, decide to hop off and go for the reload, but the bullets start coming back up. And oh no, that grenade will get caught in between the floorboards. It actually does damage to the Ash. Super unfortunate in this circumstance, but he'll find the toesies. Poor Mort downstairs, 3v2, but two extremely weak attackers. 6 seconds left. Cyber Athlete finds another, going bananas with the Alda 2v2, 1v2. Buck finds one, melted two, but the defenders win it out on time and time alone. Not enough time to get down and plant that diffuser. Great job by BitterSweet. Actually, sorry, by Nemesis to hold on to that round.
And that really seemed like a rock and a hard place right there for them. I think the smart call was to have everyone rotate back to site. And that's exactly what they did. I mean, it ended up paying out dividends for them, honestly. The biggest thing right there is the fact that BitterSweet really stalled out upstairs. They tried to open up most of the site in order to see if they could get another pick before rotating downstairs to try and get the diffuser down. But the issue is that they all went downstairs solo. Every single one of their pushes was solo from somewhere. Iconic tried to go in through ventilation, gets punished by the Maestro. We have another one try and drop from server, which gets immediately killed on that. And then lastly, Lags getting taken down. So just not too much success for BitterSweet after those two initial rounds, as things will be tied up here 2-2.
2-2, and here we go. Interesting site to play. And
this actually has the worst win percentage of all the sites on board. Did you know that?
I probably was. It's probably easy to figure that statistic, whether or not you know that to be a fact, which I did not. So thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's not a fun site to play. Maybe Nemesis has something up their sleeves, is what I'm hoping. Perhaps maybe they only practice the two default sites, and they just kind of say, whatever, let's go here for the third. It's 2-2, though, after a great start by BitterSweet off the back of Iconic. However, he has been heavily shut down since, bringing Nemesis back up. So a great game so far. And here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you with absolute certainty that when Stokes was dogging on him, Iconic was doing great. Then all of a sudden he's like, oh, wow, he's doing really good. Let's get some Wendy's. Boom, Iconic starts going bad. So you could blame this on Stokes exclusively, BitterSweet, if you end up losing. But again, a lot of season left to be played.
Please blame it on me. That's what I want. I want all of it. I want all of the hate from Iconic. That's what I want. So, all right. Well, looks like BitterSweet is going to be starting over here on the west side of things. They're going to be able to identify out Jaeger, and it's going to be Missio once again, as Eska's waiting to see if he's going to try and peek out the door. Chooses for the reconstructive side of things, as he will knock a hole in the side of the armory wall. Drone game coming up huge right now for BitterSweet. His legs is going to meet an untimely death, as Cyber will find yet another kill. He's been showing up so big so far in this map. Missio has quite a bit of damage done to him, as he's locked more or less in the back of armory. He's going to get taken down finally. Doc's going to try and get aggressive. Iconic will meet him both, actually, as he's going to get an easy two-piece there. Trying to see if he can find any more success upstairs. They still have a couple people to clear out. It's going to be more, actually it's going to be more alone, and actually, excuse me, Cyber Athlete going to be on the top of the stairs. So he will get shot at a couple bullets, not making any contact though. Iconic, one shooting towards him, is Morton Cyber Athlete trying to play out as much time as possible. It's only Jitus downstairs all on his lonesome. Diffuser is down upstairs though. It's in the hands of Cyber Athlete, and finally he'll get taken down by Melted. It's going to be all left up to Mort upstairs. The lone soldier, as he's getting collapsed on from 3 separate angles. The other one's being jackal tracked. Jitus downstairs. Both between a rock and a hard place. Melton's actually down. It's all left up to Eska and Iconic. 2v2 situation. Mort only has a shotgun and an SMG 11 by his side. One more Toxic Babe, as he will pop that, but it's not going to make any contact. 48 seconds left on the clock. Aggressive angle getting taken by Eska, but it's not going to make any contact, as Eska will finally find Mort. It's going to be all left up to Jitus downstairs. They do still have Iconic with one jackal track left, so this could spell disaster for the boys of Nemesis, as he will begin to get tracked, and Jitus is definitely in the hot seat right now, as you guys can hear Sledge starting to open up top, but Iconic's going to rotate downstairs and be able to find Jidus rotating down the hallway. And actually, he's going to hop from a very unique window as well.
Iconic, if I'm not mistaken, the third 3K in 5 rounds. Put BitterSweet up.
Is he already double digits? I think he might be already a double digit.
I'm pretty sure he's had 3. Well, we'll see the scores here in just a second, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure he's had 3Ks. So the 2 rounds that he didn't have 3Ks in, if he got even a single kill, he should be in triple digits. So let's have a look at that score. Miss Violet, por favor.
9-2.
So 3K or nothing. It's kind of been the song of Iconic so far. Still fantastic. 5 rounds in, almost a 2.0 K, or not a 2.0, almost 2.0 kills per round so far here on board. This will be the last chance for BitterSweet to attack, as well as for Nemesis to defend before the roll swap. So BitterSweet trying to take that 4-2, and of course Nemesis trying to tie it up before the swap. Here we go back to what we consider the preferred site, second floor.
Well, all good things come in threes. 3-round wins, 3 kills per round of those round wins by Iconic. So, I mean, what more is there to say? I mean, that's 4 threes, 3 kills per round. You got 3 rounds. I mean, come on. It's a lucky thing, I guess.
So I have a feeling like BitterSweet, this is their round to lose. They came and, basically stormed the site twice. Then Nemesis set it up exactly like they're setting up right now. All the east soft wall reinforced. The sandwich in office reinforced as well, so somebody could hide in there safely. They played very aggressive with the Alda on the radio window. Had a lot of success there. Found 2 kills being that aggressive. And basically, BitterSweet just didn't want to back off. Okay? So it's going to be up to BitterSweet to realize that is the setup again. That is the setup that shut them down rather so much on the other one. And I like where this is headed. They're going towards a little bit of CCTV control, heading over towards Pillbox, which I think is exactly where they need to go, because with all that utility deployed over in offices, that means there's going to be less for the rest of the site, aka less over there.
Oh man, this could be the angle here by Iconic. He is going to establish an angle up high, but then swings down low and makes a little punch roll here. Play with that ACOG, and it might work out for him. He's actually going to end up downing Cyber Athlete. That's going to be massive. The man has found so much success so far, but they're going to have Buck rotate over and pick him up on half wall. Some of those Havana pellets now going off, as they are going to continue to be able to lock down these 2 ops inside of this area. Cyber Athlete with a hell of a shot onto Eska. His Sledge will go down. Jidus, Cyber Athlete, as Iconic will finally rotate out. A little bit of burning action going on. Iconic's actually going to find a kill downstairs. It's going to be Missio on the Jaeger, and Brady going to find yet another one. Iconic rotating down underneath, but I don't even think that Maestro knows that he's here. Shot going to come out. He's actually going to down him with it through the floor. Iconic, what are you doing, my man? My goodness. He's literally finding all these kills are just falling into his lap right now. Is he going to find another one? No, he's going to take quite a bit of damage. 27 health left on him as he's going to finally drop one of those smoke grenades to try and break off that angle. And he's actually finally going to meet his demise. Buck will be able to take him down, but not after 2 frags. Oh my goodness. Mort trying to make the wall Swiss cheese. He's not going to find the plant, and Brady will get it down. This round's been so intense so far. Mort's going to drop. No Nitro Cell, obviously he is the smoke, can't rotate outside this to try and get that kill. He's got 1 more Toxic Bay. Brady's down, only 2 left to find. Can he get the Claymore? I don't think he can. I believe he's going to go down to the hands of the man behind him. Actually, no. Yes, it will be. Lags. Gonna take down Mort, and BitterSweet GG gonna walk away with yet another round. 4-2 right now, off the back of quite a bit of success from Iconic's very unique play from underneath.
Unique but effective. I mean, they knew he was at half wall. It was just the way to go about clearing him out. I mean, he got that shotgun sidearm. Why not use it? He did a great job clearing that spot, which was obviously one of the most dug in, harder to deal with shots. Cyber Athlete been landing shots left and right. He got docked up, I believe, back to 75 health, and was able to get that quick headshot. I mean, they had to clear him out somehow. They did a fantastic job doing it. And this is exactly what I said we needed to see from BitterSweet. When they see all that utility deployed over on the offense side, they need to rotate around. They did it, and it paid dividends, and they will enter the swap for 2.
And I just got it confirmed. Cyber Athlete is actually Can. That is who that is.
Makes sense.
So, all right.
Talk about characters. There's definitely some on both sides. Yeah. And I think Can is somebody that you could accuse of being a character from time to time.
Yeah, I would definitely agree upon that fact. 100%. So, BitterSweet, though, going to be on defense now as they're going to don the mantle of the Armory Lockers defense. Didn't it just blow you away, Ty? That's where they're going first. I mean, you would never have guessed it in a million years.
I was, honestly, I was expecting, I don't know, anywhere else except here, so... surprised that we go here. They're going to bring out the castle strat. They're going to reinforce the soft wall in offices to the exterior. East balcony, if you will. A lot of reinforcements being invested over by Fountain, over by B. And not sure what the plan is. They're going to open up a lot of the floor, it looks like, to get some peek-up angles up underneath that door next to Pillbox. So an interesting setup. We'll have to see if it is indeed effective. TwitchDrone will find one of the Valk cams sitting on the bookshelf. So perhaps we might see a Pillbox attack.
You definitely could see that as Jadis is going to do his best impression of holding his left click and not going to find anything inside of detention. Going to open up quite a long angle to try and play with that ACOG, and this man is not afraid to dump a couple mags to try and make some long angles.
Yep, so some shots coming in, CCTV control, definitely a Pillbox side push. The entire Pillbox is soft. Like I said, a lot of reinforcements dedicated over to the Fountain side. They are in small office. Only one person, though, really is real close to be able to contest that sort of an attack. Now, they do have the Thermite, so, you know, forcing the Thermite to use something on the Pillbox with a lot of resistance over on that side will also cause the Thermite to not have 2 over on the other side should they need to rotate due to too much resistance or too little time left, and having to maybe Thermite through the Pillbox wall on the other side or through the office soft wall to the east balcony and have to try and do it into the B bomb site as well is going to be a little bit too daunting with only 2 Thermite charges. So, but that will not be the case. They will continue to put all of their manpower over here, and thus will the defense. A lot of the members pushed up into A, waiting for the eventual push. No real utility on the offense side other than, well, actually not much other than a grenade that I've seen so far deployed, and now it's just a standoff. Nobody pushing. The attack completely stalled out. Too many bodies just right on the other side of some walls from each other. But really, no action going down. Here comes a little bit more utility, and here it comes. The diffuser will go down. I'm not sure if they're aware of it at all. And, oh, he'll pull off of it, having to escape the gas. About half of his health on that Thermite being lost, but still plenty of time. An early bait for the smoke. He'll go for round number 2. He steps in the doorway, but, oh, no, drops the diffuser. Doesn't quite get in far enough. We'll have to pay the toll by waiting the extra second or 2 to pick it back up. Bait out smoke number 2, still 40 seconds left. A good pace for the attackers, and they really just need to stay on this pace. They'll come back in, but realize that the smoke is still toxic, and that will take a lot of his health away. I'm not sure if he'll be able to survive smoke number 3, so he does bait it out successfully without getting damaged. 23 seconds left. Cyber Athlete gets picked 1, melted with the refrag from underneath. He'll see him go in, and now he's got an angle trapping him in there. Lags will find 1 onto Cyber Athlete, so that will be him down. Eska will find the planter of the Thermite. The battle downstairs is not good because now, I believe, only Twitch remains. Nope, actually, I was wrong. Mort does work up there with the Zofia, but the time will elapse. Nobody with the diffuser. He'll try to put it down, but no sir-ree. And a great job by the defense. I mean, it was a very patient round here by the defense. The attackers just did not move in time.
Very smart play by BitterSweet GG, allowing Nemesis to try and just burn themselves out, really tucker themselves out, actually. There was some telltale signs of aggression right off the bat, but nothing really came of it. We saw some very aggressive play, trying to make some long sight lines and things along those lines over towards the half wall inside of Armory Lockers, but everyone on BitterSweet just backed off and allowed Nemesis to try and take control of what they thought they wanted. And just very smart play by Lags. And really, Nemesis with the fault right there. Little bit of aggression towards other areas that really didn't matter. They ended up losing bodies outside on rappel, and eventually Twitch rotating all the way downstairs instead of keeping her eyes on the prize, which ended up losing them that round indefinitely after Mort had to make the aggressive push all by his lonesome.
You know, it's nice to get the plant off in the doorway. You don't have to push too far into sight. There's more angles safely outside that you can cover said plant, especially with that wall being soft and the ability to open the entire thing up there on Pillbox. But if that's not an option, that doesn't give you the opportunity to just sit there. Sorry about that. It doesn't give you the opportunity to sit there and just kind of wait for something to happen. You got to take a little bit more control into the site, maybe even push all the way over into half wall. Some of the time, you know, you'll have maybe that's, well, that's not good. A very unfortunate team kill. Brady will take out the Valk. I don't even know if she had a chance to get any of the black eye cams destroyed. Oof, well, not good after such a successful start to this map here by BitterSweet.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say that's BitterSweet.
Oh God, saw that coming a mile away. I have a feeling like that's not gonna be the first time that we hear that coming.
Probably not. Definitely won't be the last, I can tell you, 100%. So, main thing for BitterSweet here is that Melton's now dead. So, no more Nitro Cell, no more MPX, and possibly no Black Eyes now. So, that could definitely be a massive issue, just due to the fact that that means no information. The lucky thing for them, though, is Nemesis does not take other areas of the map. They kind of just take the one area they think they need, and they don't expand anywhere out to hold angles or to try and establish another line of sight onto either sites or wherever they're trying to take from. For instance, they take over all of CCS, they get Armory walled open, and then they don't try and push someone metal to try and get aggression on the back end of site to really try and make things easier on themselves. That's going to take down Cyber Athletes, and that's going to make things even here. That's going to mean no more buck and no more nades for the offense. As these long sight lines are now established, and Buck's trying to make good use of those, but nothing going to come of it. A little bit of damage done, but not too much as you hear Brady catch one bullet, but not going to do too much damage to himself. As they do now have control of admin and multiple bullets, and just trying to get some caliber-based destruction down through the wall in between the two areas here, Armory Lockers and Archives, and another drone going to come down, and plenty of time being wasted here by the Jaeger of Iconic.
Just because you busted my chops earlier, I'm going to have to give it to you now because you said it looks like it's getting evener.
Did I say that?
You did say that, yes. So I think we're even now as Buck will get one, and that will be a 3-4 now, bringing the basically the numbers back into their favor for Nemesis. Mort will find 1-2, and so now only 2 defenders left. We got the castle here on site. Not quite sure where the bandit is. He did a great job at the beginning. He wasted about a minute of the attacker's time just trying to throw some bullets through the soft walls, but now Eska kind of fighting all by his lonesome. Too many open angles above, and he will get shut down by Mort. 1v4 now. Bandit will find one. He get one on the drop. Still a lot of holes above and too many angles to cover. Vizio, an easy cleanup in that 3v1 situation. And that will be Nemesis winning another one here, bringing it right back.
Well, I guess the one thing that we can really just kind of crown is the main issue of that entire round right there was the fact that Valkyrie got shot in her face right off the bat. So before the game had even started, or excuse me, before the round had even started, Melton had already lost his life. So Iconic 11-5 right now, and that's through 8 rounds. So very good stat line for the man himself, as his Jaeger play came up pretty big right there. Wasted a good amount of time, but just did not find too much success with it at the end of the day. Ended up leaving it to a 1v4, and that's not exactly what you want when you're the last man alive in sight. So they're going to be going back down to Ventilation Room Workshop again, and this is the opportunity for the offense to try and make things just a little bit closer. Right now, 5-3. If BitterSweet is able to pick this round up here, then that will put them in striking distance of taking this entire map.
Yes, it will, but you know, 2 rounds, not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination, but BitterSweet, whenever they kind of get these stings of momentum, and just follow it through and chain a couple together. And sitting at 5, 5, 3, 5x, as long as that 5 isn't a, you know, whatever you're up against isn't a 6, chaining 2 together means winning this map. So BitterSweet only need to do such. They go to the quote-unquote preferred site. We see them play this site very well before, just not being able to capitalize. So here we go, round 9. They will have this opportunity. It looks like they brought the bandit out, and they will pre-place the batteries onto the pillbox wall. A lot of P's in that, a little bit of an alliterative sentence there. But here we go. And it looks like a little bit of a split attack, a little bit of poking, probably going down on office side. But remember, the whole round to play out, it's kind of, again, during this exploratory phase, you got to kind of figure out where is that utility deployed, what would be the best push. You got to be able to push both sides on this particular side.
Well, with this site in particular, you're going to want to start things upstairs and get that initial take, which is basically going to be taking the upstairs site, armory lockers. So the main issue is if you don't take that, there's so much vertical pressure that you can apply as the defense to where they're really not going to be able to get the bomb down in any sort of context. So that is always going to be the initial thing whenever you see someone taking this site, is that they're going to try and take away that upstairs pressure that BitterSweet is applying, as you guys can see right there. Brady rocking that invite skin as well. Probably one of the nicest skins I've seen in the entire game. Speaking of nice skins, Cyber Athlete gonna make a nice skin of Iconic as he will go down, and it's gonna be no more Bandit, and no AES is in there to try and help him either. So looks like this is going to start. To start things off correctly for the side of Nemesis, as they're trying to make things a little bit more even.
Yep, C4 primed and ready to go for Melted. He knows that the wall just got opened up. He will go for it. There's somebody close, but not close enough. No damage. Did it really?
Yeah, that got shot out of the air. That nitro cell got shot out of the air. That is such a hard thing to do online. So
yeah, we see it a lot at CCS for some reason, even though it's so rare as an event. And sometimes we even catch it on you know, that view. So, but they will continue to harass the top of this open hatch right here, but there's nobody right underneath there, and some bullets going back and forth. There is still more to deal with over in the archive. Yeah. Shots will go back and forth, and oh, Brady will get the down, but he'll drop. He won't be able to finish it off, so that'll take him down to 20 health. He tries to go see if he can get the bullets up through the floor. He's just shooting in the wrong spot. Buck will get 1 3v5 now, but Buck will not be able to finish the Buck. He will be able to finish Brady, however. Eska with the refrag, Gidas with one of his own. 1v4 now, just like that. Belted all by his lonesome downstairs. Will probably be mobbed here shortly. He's fighting the hatch. You hear somebody above. He's trying the best he can. A very difficult situation. The floor gets opened up above. Damage goes down, and Mort will finish him off. Nemesis will bring 2 back. Now only 5-4.
And just seems that this upstairs hold is just not meant to be for BitterSweet. I think their main issue is that they keep putting someone out on an island. They put Iconic out by himself. No ADS is to try and help him, and the nades really opened that up for the side of Nemesis. I feel like they need to at least give the man a little bit more utility up front, because you can't leave a man out on an island like that with absolutely no help. I mean, up the creek, no paddle. That's really the telltale sign of an issue. So
that it is indeed. So round 10 will commence. They are allowed to return back upstairs finally. We had that long standoff where Nemesis just couldn't make a move in time. The only defense BitterSweet's been able to win so far. They will return there, try and bring it to a match point situation, but the other team, Nemesis, winning 2 in a row of their own, trying to bring it back into a situation where they could win, or at least bring it into overtime. And here comes BitterSweet again with a lot of utility deployed on the office side, just like they did before. Nemesis would not take the bait, though, and attack solely the pillbox. Curious to see if they're going to actually try and reinforce it this time, forcing that attacking squad to make use of some more and get rid of some more of that utility that they're bringing over to pillbox.
Oh, and everyone, just to put this as kind of a little bit of a public announcement, just to save your guys' elo, if you guys are watching this while playing ranked, do not queue ranked right now. There is a massive bug issue going on where when you win, you are losing massive amounts of elo, like up to 1,000 elo per win. And you do not want to be in that spot. So do not do that. Do not queue ranked. Do not pass go. Just don't do it. Just do not do it right now.
And warn your friends. And by the way, while your friends are taking that break from ranked, come on down to CCS Esports here on Twitch.
There you
Check out some of this comp play where the ELO actually matters. There's $10,000 on the line this season. So here we go.
We don't care about winning. We care about ELO.
Oh, God. You know what? That's actually more true than you probably know. That's like, you know, when you win the big events, it's not about the money. You just want to wield that hammer over your head. You want to wield that trophy.
I mean, did you see Kanto?
Oh, of course I did.
Oh, man. That dude, I've never seen such a... that was so much excitement in one man. It was great. Anyways, back to the game. We're a minute in. Not too much has happened. Looks to be that there is going to be an East take coming in alive here from boys of Nemesis. The cyber athlete does his best impression of the C-spam as he moves his way up the main hallway here. Pushing his way up to 90 at least. They do have castle barricades, but we don't know if they have one over here on metal. I actually tried to turn my head to see if they had one, but no. Mort. We're going to establish a kill onto Eska, and that's going to open things up upstairs. Melted waiting to see if he can apply Nitrocell anywhere to easily get himself a kill, but not going to find too much success with that. Miso on the other end of things will find Brady. It's going to be the castle. Excuse me, that is going to be the Maestro off the board, so no more evil eyes at least being used as laser beam launchers anymore. An aggressive play going to come out from the Jaeger, but no, Iconic will go down in the hands of Miso as well.
Nemesis chaining a lot together here. Melted downstairs alone again in a 1vx situation. Again, now the ceiling hasn't quite opened up all around him like it did before, but I don't suppose it'll be long. He'll throw a C4 up through a small hole, but will not connect. Maybe with the Sophia, a little bit of damage. I'm not sure if she had that before. He'll rotate upstairs. Everybody's upstairs, but right when he does, somebody will drop. He'll find one upstairs. He turns around, takes some shots at the other, but here comes the defuse, and now we're in a retake situation, so bullets will go through the soft wall. But unfortunately, Melted miles away from the site. We'll have to try and venture probably across the outdoors here, get detected. Shots coming through the soft wall. They know exactly where he is. This is a very, very difficult situation. He'll go for the cheeky hip fire to try and get something to pad the stats. Won't find anything. He'll circle back around, knowing that it is an extreme long shot to try and make something happen to win the round. He'll find the Twitch, though, pad his stats a little bit more. He'll play a little bit slowly, but 2/3 of that diffuser time is off. And now he'll just hang out and see if he can get an easy pick or get one of the attackers to walk into his free fire. Nothing he can do now. Whips out the Deagle, trying to get that Deag going. Will not connect, and that will be Nemesis taking 3 in a row and tying this puppy up.
Man, BitterSweet is just not having the much success right now. Imagine talking. All right. Well, anyways.
Oh my God.
These guys, they're all banned. That's how this works.
Some people's kids.
Oh my God. Oh no. Anyways. BitterSweet's not finding that much success right now on this defense, and I think it just might be the fact that they're trying to get too many solo gunfights. Not really playing for trades here, more or less just trying to make those hero plays that we talked about earlier, and not finding much success with it. Not really working out for them. So they're going to go back to Armory Lockers Archives. Iconic is going to don the mantle of Pulse, which more than likely means he's going to be playing downstairs in the workshop. And we'll see if that's going to work out for him. I think that their main issue right now is the fact that they are just not playing together on a team on this defensive set.
They're gonna have to make something happen. Bitter Start came out of the gates firing, doing work all over the place. Nemesis brought it back a couple of rounds. Then BitterSweet just chained several together. All of a sudden, we're in a 5v2 situation. BitterSweet just sitting on top of the world. Then the role swap happening, and Nemesis able to chain 3 together straight right back into this 5-5. Easily, this map could go the distance. We're just 2 rounds away from actually entering overtime. So here we go into round number 11, and I'll tell you what, at this point, it's anybody's game. But I'll tell you another thing is I do not like the way that they've been setting up the upstairs to defend. I know that they're trying to stop the upstairs take because the ceiling gets opened up, and they've been doing a very good job, Nemesis being them, doing a very good job with the buck, the sledge, the Zofia. I mean, they got so many things to open the ceiling up and just make it unsafe for anybody down below. that it just hasn't been going well so far. And my apologies, actually the site is upstairs. For some reason I thought it was the basement site again. Obviously it makes sense that they would go back upstairs, as that's the only site that BitterSweet has managed to win so far. Sometimes when you're doing the eye in the sky view, Iconic will start things off with a beautiful C4 on Gidas. That's the sledge off the board and a lot of utility, especially when you have a castle on board.
That cardiac sensor doing some work as Iconic will identify yet another one out on the balcony. Gidas is going to be the one down, so no more grenades, at least for the sleds. They do still have Cyber Athlete on the buck, so 2 more nades unless he's already expended one. Deploying sensor. This East take definitely slowing down now, and Iconic sees that someone's more than likely going to try and get aggressive on the window. Free fire going to come out. It's going to be buck, but no damage is going to come from it. Seems to me that they do not want to try and make an adjustment. They want to try and push themselves into office at any cost. Cyber Athlete going to try and get a nade down inside of the office's area. See if it makes any contact. No, it's actually going to blow up inside of the skylight. Not a proper bounce there. You actually have to bounce it off of the actual light there. It's not going to make any contact either way, so no more nades at all for anybody. They do finally have the wall open as Iconic is trying to get aggressive on east stairs as he has rotated down through the hatch right before that was blown open. So he is going to be able to identify out that someone is at the top of east. Cyber Athlete will find Escott in the process of me talking about that, though. They do have complete office control. Iconic downstairs on his lonesome. He's going to have to try and make something happen here. There's too many things going wrong right now for the side of BitterSweet. If he's not able to make a play right now, this could be deadly. Lags going to take down Buck. Still have the diffuser, though, in the hands of Missio. As actually a little bit of a misplay. Is he going to be able to find the kill? No, Melton's going to get down by his teammate, though. Mort will meet an untimely demise. Brady to find a kill as well. It's going to be all left up to Cyber Athlete in a 1v4 as Melton will get picked up. He'll have 20 health left. Lags, quite a bit of damage done to him as well. Iconic and Brady still full on their tanks. As finally Lags will find Cyber Athlete and BitterSweet GG will finally go to match point. That will be one more round for them to find to end this 7-5, or we will have our first overtime of the night.
Not sure how Melted won that fight with the Jaeger fighting on East Airs. He like shot and stopped, and then shot one more time and got him right as he went down. But it doesn't matter because, well, it does matter because BitterSweet did win that round. They found success upstairs. It is downstairs that they have found none, and it is downstairs where they will find themselves once again. This time they have match point. Take map number 1, lose it. Now you're going into overtime where it's a coin flip. Who's going to be on attack? Who's going to be on defense? So this is a very, very important round for BitterSweet. The dock will be 6-pick off onto a Bandit. Bandit pulls Jaeger. A lot of fast movement characters here on the side of BitterSweet.
Quite a few nitro cells as well. And then we also have Legs playing with those toxic babes. So their main issue with this hold is their upstairs hold of this entire site. It's just not good. Again, last time they put Iconic out on an island, no ADSs, a little bit of barb, not much help to try and assist him in anything he was trying to achieve inside of Archives. So we'll see if they try and make an adjustment on that this time around. Secondly, they are bringing Eska, but I don't know if they're going to set up the castles how it's traditionally done. Usually you'll see a castle barricade over by the metal desk area. You guys can see the double door that Melton's over standing by right now. Traditionally that is castled up, but it looks like they're going to use the soft barricade this time around. Or actually, Castle was barricading at the exact same time, and I was like, I'm 90% positive that was a pulse, and it was. So I just had to make sure. I got very scared there for a second that I was going blind or something. But no, I was correct in what I was saying. So Valley going to be the spawn choice for Nemesis. Now, the main thing that we'll talk about once again is the fact that they are going to want to take away that vertical pressure. They've found success with it basically every single time that they have attacked this site. So we'll see if they are able to find that success once again.
We'll have to. And BitterSweet would love to close it out. Now, they would not want to take this into OT. Most likely, they just want to get it done and over with. Nemesis, not if they can help it. Now, they're getting a little bit of a look around. There's no real resistance coming from the office or fountain. They're not until they reach finally into Archives will they be met with any resistance. So a lot of east control now, top floor for the attacker. The pulse start beaming information. You start seeing 1, 2, 3 through the pulse scanner. Will start relaying that information back to his team to prepare from a fight coming from that east side. But already a minute off the board. Iconic will find a C4 kill to start it off again. They did this last time, but somehow Nemesis was able to bring it back. He'll shoot out with that iron sight, get the kill on a cyber athlete. Iconic holding firm here in the archives. He'll find another. And that will be 3K for him. Mort will refrag back onto Brady, but it might be too late. 4-2. All they have to do is play smart. They've got the numbers advantage, and so they will do so. Iconic dropping back down. Gonna play it safe. Will he rotate? I don't know. He's a little bit blood hungry, probably after the success he's found so far. But he will rotate back off into metal detectors. Still a minute. A lot of time left to go for the attackers to try and find some easy picks if the defending team gets a little bit too anxious. Buck will find one down through the hole, getting the numbers way closer. This is totally winnable still for Nemesis. It's not fun to throw away a 3v2. One will be down, 2. Mort will clean him up. 2v2. Iconic, after all the work almost undid, as now the numbers are back even.
They have not lost a round yet where Iconic had a 3K. This will be round number 4 where he has a 3K. He can possibly make it more, and he might have to. It's up to him and Eska. Try and win out this round and close out before overtime. Another area will be established above. A little bit of slight disconnection here. Hopefully we won't get removed by everyone. 20 seconds left. As I actually do believe that, yes, it is going to be on the end of Violet. So, camera's going to be coming back to us, ladies and gentlemen. We will see here in a minute. We will get that information for you guys on who won that round. Apologies about that one. But
yeah, because before you get too deep into it, sometimes it can just be a spectator disconnect. Sometimes it could be an entire server crash in which we will have to rehost that round. I know it's a really exciting round, but it looks like indeed it was the entire lobby. So that entire round will be rehosted. I'll tell you what, it would have been one thing if it was like a 4-2, 5-2, but it was down to a 2 versus 2. There was still about a minute, 45 seconds, something like that left, a lot of time to be played. So if you're going to have to get booted out of a lobby, it's nice to do it when it's pretty even instead of doing it whenever, you know, somebody's like on the cusp of winning. It's a 5v1 or something, because even in that situation, you would still have to rehost either way. So we are going to get the rehost underway. I think we're going to put it to a timer or not. I'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get that lobby set back up. Either way, so far, BitterSweet off to a fantastic start, up 5-2. Nemesis brings it right back up 5-5. BitterSweet now 6-5 on match point, but not if Nemesis can help it. It looks like we are going to take a break just to have enough time for the players to restart, because there's some moss issues. So they're going to restart the games. They're going to get them back in the lobby. We're going to get back into it. That'll mean we don't need to take a break between maps, because we won't need to, right? We'll have had a break. So we will be back shortly, folks. Stick around just a couple of minutes, a couple of very short minutes, and we will see you in just a minute.
I know some days we all cry. We break down, yeah, we lose our mind. I know some days we all cry, but let's trust life. Let's just trust life. It's fair that we traveled up and down everywhere, but I'm alone tonight. Yeah, I'm alone tonight. Do you still drive that old Accord that broke down on us and was uninsured? I'm alone tonight. Yeah, I'm alone tonight. I know some days we all cry. We break down, yeah, we lose our minds. Let it go sometimes. Got to let it go sometimes. I know some days we all cry. We break down, yeah, we lose our minds. Let it go sometimes. Got to let it go sometimes. days we all cry, but let's trust life. Let's just trust life. In time it all works out. It's nothing to cry about. We always have our doubts, but let's trust life. Let's just trust life. I know some days we all cry, but let's trust life. Let's just trust life. In time it all works out. It's nothing to cry about. We always have our doubts, but let's trust life. Let's just trust life.
I carried you home, taking all the weight off your shoulders. Now we're long gone, falling into 1 year older. It's funny how our love began when I was sober. Now I stumble in a room where nobody else cares. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking. We've been knocked down way too many times, and now my tries deja vu round, spinning me into another lost time. Tell me where this road will end before I drive over the edge. Give me one break to recover myself, because I can't bear. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. CCS Season 4, Match Number 2, BitterSweet GG versus Nemesis. If you just saw us before the break, we had a little bit of a crash in round number 12. BitterSweet GG on match point 6-5. Nemesis trying to bring it back. That round will be replayed. Same operators. The players, I believe, are ready. And yes, indeed, we will get right back into the action. Map number 1 in this best of 2 here on Border.
Very excited to see how this round goes now, especially after Iconic coming up with a massive 3K on that round that got DC'd. So a lot of legwork by him on that round to try and put BitterSweet in the driver's seat, and eventually it all went away, which kind of sucks because he initially gets the 3K, and then right after that everything just falls slowly down and everyone else around him dies, all except for one. So it came down to a 2v2 and then things froze up, which sucks. It does definitely suck. So good news
not as much as like CCS season 2. Okay. When we, okay. I mean, rehosts were it occurred every single game.
Yep.
And the game has gotten a lot better. A lot better. And now the built-in rehost system as well. Back in the day, we had to do all these special graphics on top but now you could put in the round history, et cetera, et cetera. Ubisoft's really done a great job and has made this game a lot more conducive to the competitive and league environment. So a big shout out. And of course, we have a new patch less than a week old, so there's going to be bugs less than a few days old. As a matter of fact, I think it came out Wednesday?
Came out Wednesday.
So yeah, 2 days old patch. I think we're doing all right. Of course, there's some Brazil servers. Of course, there's some ELO issues. But all things that need to be ironed out. Overall, so far, so good.
Everything's okay.
So far, so good. We'll take one rehost in a whole play day. As a matter of fact, I think it's the first rehost we've had all week. We've had some players leave, but have been able to come back just in time. So here we go on what could be the final round of this map, or it could be the beginning of overtime for this map. It was extremely close last time. We'll see if there's any change on the attack strategy. East getting attacked here early as East Control now underway for the attackers. We've got 2 drones, 2 pushers, a very fast push, only 30 seconds off the board, and they've kind of ran through and gathered all the intel they need. They know that the office and fountain area is safe enough to approach. They might want to get a little bit more intel. Iconic last time, like Stokes said, a lot of damage being done. He found the C4 right off the bat, was able to kill 2 more with that iron sight before dropping down to sight and playing safe. But by dropping down, he allowed the remaining attackers to really start opening that floor up and putting damage and kills down onto the defenders on site. Perhaps it'll be played a little bit differently as somebody has already hopped in the north window, I believe, if not right on the outside there. Iconic, no one watching his back quite yet. Actually, the window will just get opened up. He'll prime that C4, ready to go. He'll throw it up and over. There's somebody there. He'll get it, and yes! He'll start it off the same way again with the nitro cell onto the IQ. Somehow doesn't do damage to the other operator standing right next. So Buck will get a little bit of the floor opened up, looking to see if he can catch any defenders on a crossing route. There's somebody nearby, but so far not going in. And here he comes. He sees him, but the pulse will pull right back and retreat to safety.
Very smart plays. A little bit of a face check, but doesn't take any damage, so he's going to get away with his life on that one. So the rest of Nemesis is... Hello! One of them's going to meet the same demise, as Melton's going to find a nitro cell kill for himself, and this seems to be that BitterSweet is firing on all cylinders right now, as Jidus trying to clear out the rest of up top. But everyone's already rotated back downstairs. They already had the kills that they wanted. They got the picks. Now they just have to place sight. Not too much to worry about anymore, but you guys can hear Buck doing some reconstructive work upstairs as well as Mort, as you can see. But actually, Melton's going to find Mort. The heck of a headshot. 47 seconds left, and then there's only 2 bodies left alive for the side of Nemesis. They're going to have to try and start things off. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to find much. Iconic, will he get the 3K? He will, ladies and gentlemen. Jidus going to go down. Iconic going to do it all over again. Except this time, it's going to count.
That it is indeed. So he definitely claimed redemption. BitterSweet GG on the odds of perhaps going into overtime is going to go ahead and clean it up, finish it off without going into overtime. Is about as close as you can get without going into overtime, and that will be map number 1 for BitterSweet. So brand new to the league, BitterSweet they will take their first map here in CCS Season 4, and even if they lose map number 2, they'll still take 1 point in the league at minimum. If they manage to win map number 2, which I believe is Consulate, then they are going to be able to claim 3 points for themselves. So a great start in CCS here for BitterSweet.
Most definitely. And I mean, you guys know I got to do it. That really was off the back of Iconic. I mean, the man was literally showing up every single opportunity that was presented to him. So, I mean...
I thought you were going to say it was off the back of Wendy's. I thought you were going to go there.
No, I wasn't going to go there. No. But, I mean, hey, the man was true to his word. That is an awful lot of 3Ks. What was that? 4? There was either 4 or 5 3Ks.
Well, there was 4 total, but 4, one's not going to count because we had to replay the round. Yeah, but he had to he claimed it back, so that will enter his stats for the season. So next, it will depending on how the next map goes, I suppose, but perhaps next game when we have nice stats for them to show you guys next week, it'll look really good on his behalf. So we will get the second map set up here. I believe they needed to do a couple of restarts, but we're not going to go anywhere and break. Everybody else is ready to go. It should be here pretty quick. Okay, let's talk about map number 1, Mr. Stokes. Nemesis, down 5-2. Everything was looking grim. Boom, brought it back 5-5. Good to go. BitterSweet 1-1. I mean, at 5-5, somebody's got to win the next match, right? So 6-5, an inevitable way. Do you think that the rehost, after, remember, they were down, what, 5-2, 5-3 in that round? And then they came back, got it to 2-2. Then the crash happened, and that would have kind of killed any of their momentum in that particular case. Do you think the rehost had anything to do with BitterSweet being able to pull the victory out on that map?
No, I still think they would have been able to do it in the last round, 100%. I think that Nemesis did not have the established areas that they needed in order to win that 2v2, and they still had to get pressure actually onto the site. They had the verticality, but they did not have any bodies downstairs, and they didn't know where those last 2 people were. In that area, in that particular round for that rehost, I truly do believe that BitterSweet still would have won that round, because they either had to commit to a staircase or commit to a hatch and drop. And in either one of those conditions, BitterSweet more than likely comes out on top.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing is actually that, I believe, was BitterSweet's first successful defense of the bottom floor. They've gone down there. They lost a lot. And one of the reasons why they lost is, Nemesis wasted absolutely no time opening the crud out of that floor. All the angles opened up, and by the time they were able to get the picks, and it left too few people downstairs to watch all of the possible angles from the ceiling getting opened up completely. That last round, starting with that kill that Melted got, was they finally realized that those holes were two-way streets, right? Their bullets could go back up through the hole as effectively as the bullets could come down. So yes, they got those 2 C4 kills to start the match up, but they were able to finish it with the gunplay up through the floor, which they had been getting hammered by prior to that. So it looks like all the players are in the lobby here. I think when the R's come out, we're ready to go and start right away into map number 2, Consulate. Wait on some feedback here from our production staff that we're ready to go. Any predictions of what we're going to see here in map 2? Now, the Consulate's a lot different of a beast than Border.
Well, you say it's a lot different of a beast, but it's not too far off. The thing about Border is that it still allows for a lot of aggressive play. So I think that we're going to see more of the same. I think that Iconic's going to continue this absolute rampant, excuse me. I think that Iconic is going to just continue this absolute rampage that he's been on throughout all of Border. The only thing about this map is that there is a lot more hatches and also many more staircases to rotate through. So I think that he will be able to continue this aggressive style of play that he's been using with Border. And we're going to have Nomad banned again. What is Nemesis'
first ban off the board
against
again.
Nomad? Nomad is not that big of a deal. I don't understand.
Again, I could think of some things that I'd like to ban a lot more. Any Shield, for example, Blackbeard, but the thing about it is, well, yeah, and Yang. But here's the thing: is that neither one of these teams have played any of those operators we've mentioned. So perhaps Nomad actually ended up being a really effective ban. Maybe there's been some intel that one of these teams has found out, particularly Nemesis, on BitterSweet, that maybe BitterSweet likes to run Nomad. There's no telling. They are new to CCS. However, a lot of their games were broadcast this past weekend through the qualifier. So especially the last one, the best of 3. So they could easily just have some intel. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, qualifier, Nomad wasn't allowed. So I couldn't really tell you. Yeah, ban's interesting. Glaz and Mirror makes sense. Pulse, Nomad, very interesting.
We're gonna ban away Nomad and Pulse. We're not gonna ban away Ying. We are not gonna ban away Valkyrie on her arguably best map. So the only reason that I can say that Nemesis did not ban away Valkyrie is the fact that they are starting defense first. But they have IQ. So actually, Melton's going to switch off it as soon as I say that.
I was going to say, you could make an argument that this is Pulse's best map as well. Sure, he's effective on Bank. Sure, he's effective on Clubhouse. But this one, you could go all the way down to the bottom and see 2 floors up all over the map with that Pulse.
Yeah, but my argument for Pulse being effective is, can he blow you up with the Nitro cell from underneath? He can get a lot of information on this map. You are correct about that. But there are quite a few other maps where he is so effective just due to the fact of how many nitro cell kills he can possibly get. Villa pops in my head for that. 100%. I think he's extremely effective on Villa. I think he's extremely effective on Clubhouse. I think Oregon, definitely Oregon as well. There's a lot of maps where Pulse, I feel, can have a lot more say in around than Consulate.
Either way, Nemesis has proven, or I'm sorry, not Nemesis, but BitterSweet has proven that they like to use Pulse, A, and B, they can be effective with them. So the ban probably coming off the heels of the fact that he was used effectively against them the prior map. But here we go. Round number 1 about to get underway. We will have 6 rounds before the role swap. First to 7 wins. Unless we tie 6-6, we go into 3-round overtime. We haven't seen an overtime tonight. We've seen some close games. Very, very close to overtime. 7-5, the closest you could get without going into overtime. Nothing. And here comes Iconic opening up this window, but somebody's so close. I don't know if he knows he's there. Maybe he hears him, maybe not. Oh, no! What an Hello? He just opened up the window next to you. Why are you running away? Iconic almost gets caught on the repel animation. So bullets go back and forth. Doc gets a little bit of damage. He can heal himself right back up, though. Iconic will take the brunt of said damage. But now, admin control in the hands of the offense.
Drone deployed.
Yeah, Mistio just losing his head there for a second, and then he's going to lose his life as Iconic will remove it for him. But they're going to have complete control over here of admin. They do know that someone might be Spiral. Actually, they had someone repelled there, but was not able to identify out the man that's playing literally the top of Spiral right now. Iconic, if he is going to get aggressive over on the Spiral Skylight, which he will not, could have found Buck, but Buck is literally just staring into the sun right now. So
pretty.
I
want to see somebody make a meme with Mizio kind of running away from that gap. I mean, they had no idea. I want to see somebody make the meme where it's like, why are you running?
Why are you running?
Because why would he try to reposition himself? I mean, he had a great spot.
He could have just repositioned himself to the left.
Like, or he could have repositioned himself while also pre-firing the window that just got opened up. Either way, Doc will see some. He will get shot. They did catch him. Oh no, somebody waiting underneath. Melted, easy pick. Great job flushing the Doc out of an uncomfortable position. And now 5v3, they just need to take their time. A very aggressive angle by Mort. He'll catch somebody on the grenade hold. Oh, he'll just escape the cook not long enough. Mort will get 2-1 on Spiral. He'll lose half his health to the grenade, but 2 Iconic will refrag on him. 3v2 still looking good. Still looking good for BitterSweet. Still plenty of time left to make something happen here. Folks will go down. The Aldo will find one Cyber Athlete. Will get a kill, evening the numbers up. How is this happening? The comeback is real, Mr. Stokes. A control now in control, but the Aldo will find 2. Now only 1 more. Oh my gosh, Cyber Athlete. The 3K clutch at the end. Fantastic job. And Nemesis will steal one from BitterSweet.
There is no call-outs coming out from BitterSweet right now. I can tell you that for a fact. People are dying and not saying anything. Because the fact that Cyber Athlete was allowed to do that, and also the fact that not only that, but the fact that all of BitterSweet isn't even looking at the most simplistic angles that are held in this entire site. That is ridiculous. I would be, if I was on BitterSweet, I would be very disappointed in my teammates right there. Why are you not thinking that someone's going to peek you down Flag Hallway? You're standing in the middle of Flag Hallway. You think that no one's going to try and take an aggressive peek on you? That's very, very interesting, to say the least. As well as the man sitting in the back corner of Projector, just not giving a care in the world about Connector. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Connector, a very strategic spot to hold in that attack. And I just want to remind the folks, because it has been a while, that Border was Nemesis's map. Nemesis's. Say that a couple of times. And Consulate is BitterSweet's pick. So Nemesis stealing the first one away after having a numbers disadvantage early on. Great job by them. Great job by the Maestro in that situation on that 3K. So here we go. And to round number 2, down to basement. Some would say one of the more preferred sites. We'll have to see how this is attacked. Only 1 hard breach, but they got the buck to go upstairs into Piano, start wreaking havoc down. No bandit trick or anything of that sort. A shield will go down, and Evil Eye right in front of the van as well. just to keep an eye through the smoke should the smoke come down on any plant attempts. It is very susceptible, though, to explosives, and we do have a Zofia on the side of the attackers. That being said, I think Visa is the spot of attack right now for the attackers.
Traditionally is the admin visa area, or excuse me, administration. That's what we're talking about. I'm gonna be a little bit confused there for a second. No, but yeah, administration office is traditionally the take on console just because it makes this map pretty linear. All you have to do is just clear every floor across and just go down the next floor, clear across, go down the next floor, clear across. That's really it. So very simple to start things off from admin and push your way across. Now, traditionally, you are going to see a Jackal come out here to where they can just deal with roam game pretty easily, but they're not going to have that. So Missio will be able to play out his life for as long as he can possibly do that. But he is playing kind of a peculiar angle. Nobody really plays this closet too often. Usually it is played back inside of server, or if you want to try and just play inside of Locker's hallway as well. Those are traditionally the two areas that are taken. No Thatcher selected by the offense either here, which could definitely be a detriment. They do have grenades, but more than likely they're going to have to try and get control of Piano, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Eska is going to be the one to don that mantle of Buck to open up above to get rid of those bandits. But Cyber Athlete, once again with the Alda, is going to make contact with someone. It's going to be Melted. Melted's going to be dead. And that is going to make this a 5v4 in favor of the defense.
A lot of work being done on the side of that Maestro. 4 consecutive kills across 2 rounds. He will get the first pick of this round as well. Yellow stairs control, full piano control. I'm not sure if the floor is getting opened up. Actually, yes, it is quite a bit. Batteries, I'm not sure if they're cleared either. I haven't heard the thermite begin to open up. 2 minutes has already gone off the board. They'll see somebody on white van, but Cyber Athlete will get his second of the round. 5 consecutive for him. And oh, I think he just got another down if he was just responsible for that. So great job. Thermite will get it open. They'll find one. That'll be the first kill on the side of BitterSweet. He'll find 2. Great shot by Brady, bring it to a 3v3. Now all he needs is a little bit of cover so he can go in and plant. He'll get the second side of the garage open up. Still plenty of time to play with. I'm not sure if the Evil Eyes, though, have been dealt with. Buck will get one onto Iconic. 2v3. Only 2 attackers remain. Split 1 on each floor. But a little bit of overhead coverage if they can play their cards right. No, they will rotate over. And Brady with his third of the round. All headshots so far, will not commit to the plant just yet. He'll see if anybody else will throw their life away. Run right into him. He will start to put the diffuser down. He is a little bit exposed into the rotate in the kitchen. He will get yokai once, though. He sees it go under the van, but Buck will find him, and Buck will get 2. A 3K for him, and Nemesis. 2 straight defenses in a row.
I gotta see this pistol kill here. Oh man, nothing like a good old pistol whip to finish off a round there. 2-0 for the boys of Nemesis Esports as they're starting things off right here on Consulate, everyone. So, I honestly thought that was in the bag there for BitterSweet and we were gonna have 1-1, but no. Brady doing his dangest, but not gonna find too much success. Cyber Athlete really just showing up right now with his Alda, man. I mean, you really can't knock him about anything. Every single one of those gunfights just going his way, and they're actually going, oh, excuse me, never mind, they're not going to remove him off of that. He is going to still be on the mantle of Maestro, so still going to be donning that operator with that fantastic weapon, and he's been put into good use, so I'm very unsurprised by that.
Unsurprised. But here we go. Nemesis doing work here on BitterSweet's map. BitterSweet doing work on Nemesis's map. You have to get used to saying Nemesis's.
Nemesis?
Nemesis's.
Nemesi.
No, it's Nemesis's. But it just sounds weird because Nemesis isn't usually a noun, right?
No.
Or perhaps. I don't know. It's an adjective.
Just say Nemesis Esports map.
It's late for me. It's been a long day. Here we go.
Just
Round
say Nemesis
3.
Esports.
Nemesis's. That's the possessor. No. I don't know. Are there any English teachers in chat? Can somebody clear this up for us?
Can somebody get me a new co-caster, please, while you're at it?
Yes.
Nemesis.
Nemesis is. Anyway, here we go. Lobby will be the spot of choice. A little bit of upstairs control being had as well. Some of the floor getting opened up right above the front door into lobby just for some overwatch here. You know, no Blackbeard on the side of the attacker, so not sure if they're going to attempt to hold the CEO office window to cut off rotations and such. That will remain to be seen. Last time they were pretty successful pushing into the admin with very little resistance. It looks like they were reinforcing the majority of that projector wall. So so they won't be exposed from long dash should that happen. But yes, indeed, windows getting open, drones going into admin, and the repels will begin really early on here in this round.
Should be already seeing some aggressive from BitterSweet. They're droning out the rest of admin so that Iconic knows that he can swing, and the call of all clear will ring through as he is going to swing inside of administration office finally. 30 seconds off the clock as they already getting aggressive with the skeleton keys, starting to do a little bit of renovation. Couple of boarded up windows, boarded up doors up here as well. Brady's trying to catch somebody off of a pixel angle outside. Having a little bit of a gunfight here with Jidus, but no success, at least for him. Jidus gonna put Brady down on such a tight angle with that MP5 SK.
Cyber Athlete's just kind of holding that angle out the window, and why not? He's been so good in his gunfights these last few rounds, ever since he switched over to this map. Maybe he just needed that little bit of a break. And he's just been turning people into mincemeat with that Alda non-stop. So long desk control, full admin control. Again, they reinforced the majority of that projector wall. There's a rotate hole, but there's nobody in there. Lags will find one, and that will be bucked off the board. Some fighting back and forth through the window. And some bodies going into projector to try and mitigate any damage going back out through the window. So pushed to the west side. Lags will find another for the round. 4v3 now. As Melted will watch that flank. Mort will return fire, dropping Iconic. Oh, Lags will barely escape with about 5 health. Smoke with about 50. Cyber Athlete runs out of lobby front door. Easy pickup for him. And the kill streak continues. 1 down in CEO desk. No need to rush or do anything. The top now fully clear here for the attackers. Ooh. He'll finish him off with the actual frag grenade from that K9 lifeline. KS79, I like K9 just for short. And here we go, 49 seconds left, 2 on 2. Plenty of time to make something happen.
Lifeline kills, not something you see too often. Jaida's gonna find yet another one with that MP5. Eska will go down, and Cyber Athlete once again will find Melted, and that's gonna be yet another round for Nemesis Esports. That's 3 rounds straight. BitterSweet not really able to find any action so far. Right now, Nemesis Esports is making it look so dang easy.
Not only Nemesis Esports, but specifically Cyber Athlete trying to change their name to Swiss Cheese GG because he is pumping them full of lead. 7-1 after 3 rounds, averaging over 2 kills a round. What a great job he's done so far. With that Alda, he's got 3 more attempts at defense to make as much of an impact as humanly possible. So far, though, so good here on BitterSweet map, up 3-0. And again, now remember, Stokes, we talked about this. We talked about success on defense.
We talked about it?
Yeah, because reciprocity, right?
I was
versus OC.
I was messing with you. I know we talked about it.
Reciprocity versus OC, only 1 attack round 1 the entire time. So far, that trend seems to be continuing as 3 successful defenses have been had here by Nemesis.
This is how things are supposed to go. The meta is currently defensive-sided. Heavily defensive-sided, actually. Due to the fact that the defense has so much more information than the offense does. You know how much of a struggle it is for information right now on the offense? So very much. And their main offensive operator. Yeah, offensive operator is currently permanently banned. I'm not saying Lion's a good thing, but their main offensive operator for information is banned away permanently. You can't use him. Dokkaebi just got nerfed.
Get him out of here.
There's so many things that are that happen to the offense as of recently that have made this meta so lenient towards the defense. It's crazy. So we'll see if they're able to find any success on the offense, but as of right now, it's not that bad. If they pick up 2 rounds, things will be a lot more even, obviously, but we'll see. We'll see. That's traditionally how things have been going so far with this trend of offensive and defensive metas. Is 4-2 is usually the scoreline that you're going to be seeing in a traditional match, but today we've seen nothing of the sort. So we'll see if that's going to happen this time.
again. Yes, we'll have to wait and see. And this is like the point in time where we need Siege GG to push one of those stats across the screen that shows the win-lose rate for defense and offense on this site, because it has been, unbelievably in favor of the defense. Matter of fact,
do you want me to tell you it for this site?
Absolutely. I want you to tell. I'd like to know it for this map.
For this map, it's 56% towards the defense, which is a very large margin. I know it doesn't sound like it, but comparative-wise to what console it used to be, it is a very large margin, because it used to be 51% towards the defense.
Well, so, now think about it this way. Today, a Cyber Athlete will get killed #1 again. The onslaught continues, and nobody's been able to challenge him. No damage being done whatsoever to him. I'm not sure from where Mr. Cyber Athlete is. Maybe get a pickup on him from our observer here, but here comes some bullets back and forth through the balcony. Vizio just doing okay, hanging out on his own. He is the Jaeger, so he probably has plenty of ADS support. Oh no, but from upside down on top, Eska in Vizio's life just a little bit too aggressive. He's so safe back there, tucked behind that desk that you cannot penetrate with all the ADSs in the world. Doc, once again, on the corner of Spiral. They know exactly where he is. Somebody's going to be pushing up Spiral. Easy pick for Melted. And two very interesting lost lives for this defense here. I'm not sure that those were very necessary. I think they were a little bit overextended, a little bit too aggressive on trying to fight back. Didn't wait for support, and no refrags as a result.
Could be that they just got a little bit too aggressive. That tends to happen sometimes here on the defense. But when you have a Cyber Athlete, you can't be too afraid, The Alda just doing absolute work for him. Mort gonna one-tap through the smoke, almost takes off Genesis' head for him. Cyber Athlete, speaking of heads, removes Brady's for him. As impacts will come out, and Cyber Athlete gonna do it yet again. The man, the myth, the legend. China's gonna take another one in Cyber. Oh my goodness, man. Calm down. Oh, you just can't peek him. He will kill anything and everything that moves as long as he has an Alda in his hands.